Hello, this is movie review number 1170. This is Piece by Piece. Piece by Piece is a 2024 movie directed by Morgan Neville, who also directed movies like Won't You Be My Neighbor and Roadrunner, a film about Anthony Bourdain. So Piece by Piece is a documentary movie about Pharrell Williams, who is a famous singer. So this movie has footage features I Am Other Productions, Tremolo Productions, and the Radio Group. Oh, also, this movie has radio Brits. So this movie is told in radio version. So I saw this movie on November 6, 2024 at AMC West Chester 18 in West Chester, Ohio. So this is a documentary movie about Pharrell Williams. Radio Brits tell the life story of singer-songwriter and record producer Pharrell Williams, from his childhood in Virginia to his success in the music and fashion industry. And so this movie tells the story of how Pharrell Williams became obsessed with music from his early childhood and how he wanted to become a singer and how at an early age he had a passion for music, and with some help from new friends of his, he has an opportunity to sing some songs. Now, there are some points in the movie where Pharrell Williams is trying to do stuff his way, but other people are wanting him to do things a different way. Um, but in the end, Pharrell Williams does get success for millions of people worldwide, and some of his songs are really big hits, which we will hear in the movie itself. And then you also see, I believe, Pharrell Williams' newest song, Piece by Piece. I think it's a newer song. So that was why the movie is called Piece by Piece. Of course, here's an interesting fact. This movie is this movie is told in Lego version. So it's not like a typical documentary movie. Well, it's sort of, but it's more animated Lego version. So interesting enough, 10 years ago we got the Lego Movie 1 from Warner Bros. Pictures, and Warner Bros. Did other Lego movies like the Lego Batman movie, the Lego Ninjago movie, and the Lego Movie 2, the second part. And then a couple of years later, Universal Pictures got the rights to the Lego Brits, the Lego franchise, and so they did a movie called Piece by Piece through footage features, which is part of the same company as Universal. And so they told the story of Pharrell Williams' wife in Lego form, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I like why Pharrell Williams decided to do this approach. He wanted to do a different approach to making a documentary about him, and he definitely did. So in this movie, we actually see characters like Pharrell Williams as himself, and we also see characters like Morton Neville, Gwen Stefani, Kendrick Lamar, Timbaland, Justin Timberlake, Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Pusha T, Missy Elliott, Nico, Teddy Riley, Tyler the Creator, and we also see Pharrell's parents, Pharrell and Carolyn Williams, along with Pharrell's wife, Helen Williams. And then we also see characters like Chad Hugo, Nore, Daft Punk, Jimmy Lovin, and Tammy Lucas. So, what I liked about this movie is that this movie is told through Pharrell Williams' eyes, and how he got obsessed with music, and how he wanted to become a singer, and how other musicians like Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg discovered that he had a talent. Even Teddy Riley. But there were some moments in the film where Pharrell Williams wants to do things his own way, despite the despite what some of his friends are telling him on how he can find success. And let's just say that Pharrell Williams becomes a little over himself to the point where he might almost lose everything. And then he eventually finds success again. So I won't say too much on what happens, but I like how Pharrell Williams decided to redeem himself into the music industry as well. And also he also participated in the fashion industry as well. And like I said, I won't discuss too much details due to spoilers, but I thought it was a pretty good documentary movie about how Pharrell Williams rose to stardom and how he redeemed himself after what happened in the movie, after what happened to his wife. And with the support of his friends, family, and wife, Pharrell Williams definitely rises up to stardom again. In the movie, also explores how he and Helen Williams met at a party, how they eventually got married and have kids, and how that definitely impacted Pharrell Williams' life in a positive way. So I also heard that they're making a biography movie about Pharrell Williams called Atlantis, which makes sense because Atlantis Apartments is where Pharrell Williams grew up. The movie will be released next year, but Piece by Piece is a documentary movie told through the eyes of Lego version Pharrell Williams. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie, and I heard that Universal will be making some other Lego movies down the line, so that would be pretty interesting to see. So that's my movie review of Piece by Piece. Please enjoy my next movie review. Alright, goodbye.